The Port of Brisbane is located just south of the Brisbane Airport on the other side of Brisbane River in Moreton Bay. It is built on a number of man-made islands called Fisherman Islands. When goods come into the country, we call it import. When goods go out of the country, it is called export. You may have seen container ships off the coast. These containers are totally full of all kinds of goods. Clothes, food, electrical items, everything. Nearly all stock in the shops comes from overseas on ships. Similarly, when we sell items to other countries, they get loaded onto containers and then travel by ship to that country. This is all handled at the Port of Brisbane. Container ships are huge. A small ship can hold over 1,000 containers. A bulk ship can hold 19,000 containers. Do these ships ever sink? Yes. In 2022, a vehicle carrier sank in 3 kilometres deep water. Porsche lost 1,117 cars on the ship. Audi claimed a loss of 1,944 vehicles. Volkswagen lost 561. Bentley lost 189. And Lamborghini lost 85 cars. All these were on the one ship. To get an idea of just how busy the Port of Brisbane is, I spoke to a gentleman out at the Port of Brisbane open day. So how many ships would come in a week, do you think?
I couldn't tell you in a week, and that tends to vary. On an annual basis, we do about 5,500 ship movements in and out. So if you divide that roughly by 2, that's how many ships visit Brisbane per year.
Okay.
And that's predominantly, cargo vessels, container ships, bulk vessels. We've got our cruise terminal facility on the other side of the river. We're seeing about 150, 155 cruise visits per year.
Yeah.
And occasionally we also get military vessels in here as well.
Right, okay. And all right, so I'm seeing a lot of containers out there.
Yes.
So what kinds of things will come in those containers? What kinds
Pretty
of
much,
products?
if you went to any Westfield, anything that you buy that comes from overseas comes through here in a container. We're handling about 1.7 million containers a year here at the port. When I first started, which was about 26 years ago, we were doing a bit over 300,000 at that time. So we've grown considerably, and we're anticipating that over the next 20 years we'll see potentially a tripling or quadrupling of that container task here in Brisbane.
How do vehicles come in?
Vehicles come in what's known as a pure car carrier. It's a very boxy looking vessel. Unfortunately, we haven't got one moored here at the moment. There was one in yesterday, but they're effectively like a big floating car park, so they can have as many as 6,000 vehicles on a multi-deck sort of car park arrangement within the hull of those vessels. They come in here into our break bulk berth. The back of the vessel opens up, ramp comes down, and they drive the cars out. They're stored here. They do all their pre-customs clearance, pre-delivery inspection, and then they go off to the yards where people buy the vehicles. We do about 250,000 a year through Brisbane, which is roughly 95% of the vehicle trade in Queensland.
All right. What about raw materials such as coal?
We've got a coal terminal here at Brisbane. Compared to a lot of the coal terminals up north or Newcastle, we're a fairly small player in that regard. Most of the coal that comes here comes from the Clarence Moreton Basin, a little bit of southern Surat. But usually we top out, I think the most we've ever done is about 9.5 million tonnes in a year.
Yeah.
So not a huge amount, but locally, noteworthy as well.